I got a chance to attend the grand opening for this model home by Chesmar over in Round Rock, Texas. They had an awesome event where they actually had live music in the living room, which was a nice touch because out of all the grand openings I've been to, they usually it's catered, which is always a big plus, but to have live music is a very just awesome thing to do. So this community, the location of this community is probably like the biggest selling point in my opinion because not only is it in Round Rock, Texas, which is an area that's already very well established, but the tax rate for this community is under 2%. I believe it's at 1.7, 1.8. And if you're looking at new construction, then typically the tax rates are a little bit on the higher side because with new construction, especially if it's a brand new area where the infrastructure is not really built out yet, we have something called like a MUD or PID that will increase your property taxes to help offset that cost. But where this community is located, I think they were able to pull from the existing infrastructure in the city of Round Rock, so that's why the taxes are extra low here. So once more people find out about that, especially that's in Round Rock, Texas, this community I think is going to sell really really fast. And not only that, but this community is within a few minutes. I would say within 15 minutes, 15-20 minutes of the new Samsung plant. If you take University Boulevard, it'll take you down to close to Taylor, Texas, which is where the new Samsung plant is being built. Not only that, but right across the street from this community is a brand new VA medical center plaza. They've already started moving dirt. It's going to be a new VA center. If you are a veteran in the Austin area, you'll know that the two major ones are one is located like in close to the downtown Austin, right next to the airport, and the other one is in the Killeen area, right next to in the Fort Hood Army Base area. And with those two, they realized that it was a little bit far for veterans to travel because they offer more services there. So that's why they went ahead and chose Round Rock and the location across the street from this community to build. I think it's going to be over a $40 million project when it's all said and done. There's the live music I was talking about. That was excellent. He was playing some awesome cover songs. And these were just some of the other attendees that were here for the Grand Model opening. And one reason I like coming to these because there's always people that show up. So you kind of get a sense of the feel of the space for how big it is, especially if you're planning on entertaining. And I would say when I was recording this, I was towards the end of the grand opening, so there was definitely more people, and it felt like everyone was comfortable, and it wasn't too hard to walk around because it was that tight especially in the real living area with the dining room area. So I don't know if you noticed, but downstairs was the primary bedroom and a secondary bedroom that would be great for your living guests, and upstairs we have two additional bedrooms with that loft area. It serves like as a second living space. And then wait till you see the media room. The media room here was, especially how they staged it, was chef's kiss. I love all the movie posters. They definitely brought me back. Now, one clever thing that this builder did, and I love when they do this with the bathroom, especially since they're trying to make it super functional, is they will kind of have the sink area that can be used, and it has that door to section that off, and where you have the royal throne with the shower, that can be sectioned off too. So you can have multiple ways to use this bathroom, so you're just not limited to a single bathroom, especially if someone just needs to wash their hands. I love when builders do that. It's a very functional way to set that up, especially if it's going to be shared without having just a one traditional bathroom. Now here is the media room. This is definitely an upgrade, but look how pretty it can look, especially if you have the wallpaper and the movie posters. And we're gonna go down each of them. There's Fast and the Furious. Remember back in 2001, man, look at that. The early 2000s, Gladiator, Almost Famous, a classic movie. Titanic. I remember when that came out in theaters, and my sister was just obsessed. We went to go watch it again and again. Napoleon Dynamite, definitely slept on. The Dark Knight, instant classic. And I like the wood aesthetic that they chose here. You kind of see it throughout the house. Even the primary bedroom, they had the wood aesthetic up on the ceiling, which is, I think, really, really nice. I know for the model homes, a lot of people who buy into the community, they actually come back to the model home to look for ideas, because the model homes are definitely professionally staged, and with not just the furniture, but even the wallpaper and the color palette choices that they picked, so people can get ideas. The model homes are definitely awesome for that. And here is the final bedroom on the second floor. Oh, I had to point this out because I've never seen art decor with the kind of current trend, and I still don't know what that is. And I don't want to know. I just know it's a thing for the younger generation. So that pretty much is it for this tour. If you are interested in learning more about this community or learning more about the price points, especially the financial incentives that the builder is offering to help either buy down the interest rate, pay for some closing costs, it's flexible in the sense to help you in your financial situation, right? I'll have all my information in the description. We can definitely schedule a strategy call so we can go a little bit. I'll give you a little market update and show you some more activity happening in the immediate area, because right across the street from here is another new home community where the taxes are like over 2.5%. So it really pays to know where all these communities are, because if property tax can be a big addition to your monthly bills, and that this makes life more expensive. And at the end of the day, we're all about more affordability. So that's it for this video. I'm going to give you probably a quick little tour about around the neighborhood, so stay tuned for that.